You ready?
All right.
Let's get this going.
Yeah, so I went to an elementary school just up the street. So the store on Queen Street East was kind of like my home away from home, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it was a different time where I would have been 7, 8 years old, and I remember I could just like leave school, you know, after the school bell and walk on my lonesome. No one was there to pick me up. Like I said, it was a different time. And I'd walk down this long hill and I would walk into the old store, and it was like I was I was like a celebrity because I was, 6, maybe 7 years old, and obviously being the eldest kid of the founders of Bimini, and I was arguably pretty cute at the time. I was just always just like swarmed with, the jubilee that I had arrived, and my parents used to have this jar of jujubes on the on the counter, the checkout counter. Yeah, so I'd always like palm like a handful of jujubes, and then walk down like this old narrow treacherous staircase into the deep dark basement where they it was their stock room, it was their office, and I'd kind of hang out there until my parents would be ready to go home. What gets me excited about bringing Bimini back is to almost like re-unveil a time capsule from that time, as if it was like 1985. The way that garments were made was different. The way that people consumed was different. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so Bimini will be essentially like going back in time. I think being the son of the original founders, to me it's more than just a brand, it's my family's legacy. And I will do everything in my power to honor that. And, as we go and as things find itself, we'll have to make choices. And I'll just do my best to make choices that are true to what it was that they built. Okay, well, one, they're extremely confused as to why anyone cares about Bimini and the beaches. For them, it was just like, it was a really important time. It's a really important chapter of their story, but it was so long ago now, they just like have moved on wholly and completely. So they are just shocked that anyone still remembers, still cares, that they made such a mark in people's lives. So yeah, they're a little befuddled, but they're really proud of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And yeah, they're my biggest cheerleaders right now. To be honest, it's hard for me to, though I'm the refounder, right now at this point in Bimini's journey, I still feel like it's theirs. Bimini is still my parents, and I'm just reintroducing their passion project to the world. In time, if it's well received, then it will be more of mine to take the reins. So right now, I just want to do right by their legacy, and then I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. It's definitely affirmed that a story is still important. I think that's what people were. I think that's what resonated with people with my past passion project with Love Jewels was. We were making shoes, but it wasn't about the shoes we were making, it was how we were making them. My parents' story, I think, is so important to so many people. I started this journey wanting to bring back my parents' sweatshirt, and what I've stumbled into is actually a community of people who are seeking something different, and I feel like I have a responsibility now to be a steward for whatever it is that these people are connecting with. And I haven't quite figured out exactly what that is right now. It's still pretty early days, but it feels like it's more than a sweatshirt, and I want to do right by them. To be completely honest, I've thought about this far. I wanted to recreate my parents' iconic sweatshirt, and I wanted to do it right, and I wanted to do it basically as they had done it, stitch for stitch. a replica of what they did, you know, like you could have been buying it off the shelves in the mid 80s. You know, at this point in the brand's life and legacy, I feel like it's not quite mine yet. I feel like it's theirs, and I'm just a steward for what they built. And I don't feel comfortable making too many choices until I've done my part in telling their story. And then, with their blessing, then I might feel comfortable to take the reins and take Bimini into the next chapter. And what that looks like to me, it's definitely a work in progress. You know, I want Bimini to continue to have the soul that my parents' business had. They were just these two crazy kids doing a crazy thing, and I would like to continue on that through line. You know, build something that has meaning to people, build something that has more depth than just a brand and a logo. So what that looks like, I can't honestly say at this point, but I can promise you that anything we do will not just be another thing. It will be something special.